Good little beta alanine head buzz, and move it. Go home. You're dancing hand in hand, dancing like you're dancing hand in hand, dancing. I came down, dancing hand in hand, dancing like you're dancing hand in hand, dancing. I can't dance hand in hand and dance like you're dancing hand in hand.
What up? What up? It's Garage Jim, homie. And today, man, I'm feeling ripped. Today, I'm going over Redcon1, ranking them homies from worst to best. Is it worth it? Before we get into this here, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you, man. So click subscribe. And let's get into this, man. I'm on a roll doing these ranking hitters, man. I've done Dark Labs, Panda Sups, Huge Supplements, Apollo Nutrition, and here we are, man, with Redcon1, man. I just want to say, before I get into this, click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you, homie. So click subscribe and let's get into this. But what I really wanted to say was God bless Redcon1 and congratulations on your success. That's the end of the shining of the schlongs that I will be doing. Red Schlong 1. No, for real though, congrats on your endeavors, Mr. Singerman. We've had a rocky road, homie. One of my most watched videos is about why I never would support Redcon1 again. And they reached out to me, man. They saw that video. It probably has close to 50,000 views now. And sent a nice apology care package. And I give each individual product a fair shake, you know. So I'm going to talk about it. I don't want to trash them as a brand, and I don't want to shine their schlong as a brand. I think they are a brand. They're good. I mean, they're actually a brand. They built a brand around this military theme. They have good branding. They have great marketing. They've really got dialed in, man, on how to build a brand. And that, I mean, I can't hate on that. Congratulations. That doesn't mean all their products are for me. Some of them are great, some of them are not. Let's get right into this, man. So I'm going from least favorite to most favorite. I'm going to give it to you straight. And the ones I really like, man, just so you know, I do think NutriCartel now carries the line. You can get it at NutriCartel, discount code GGH15, and knock off some big cash, homie. All right, man. Singerman, take a breath, homie. We're getting right into this. All right, man. I put their worst three products right at the bottom, homie. So Halo, Bravo, and Big Noise. Halo and Bravo right out the window, man. Those are just products. I tell people, all those muscle builders, all that nonsense, just stay away from it. It's absolute extras, and the dosages in there aren't even proper. Everything, it's just a trash product, Halo and Bravo. In my opinion, man, it's completely unnecessary. I question that it does anything. And but let's talk about Big Noise. This has to be, in my experience with supplements, and I have quite a resume at this point, homie. 1,600 videos, 450 of those are pre-workouts alone. The worst reformulation I've ever seen of a supplement. Hands down, the worst reformulation I've ever seen of a supplement. Big Noise, you win. I don't know what they were thinking. They took a solid nootropic pump formula, the original Big Noise that I used to love, loved it, reviewed it, and they put L-theanine in there and Citrapeak, absolute garbage product. I don't know why they were thinking it is their worst product. I would never use that for pump. I would rather just have no pumps than take L-theanine non-stim. It's just absolute trash. So just to give it to you straight, that's their worth. Not worth it, homie. So they did just come out with the Total War pump instead of Big Noise, I guess, which is not on this list because I have not run it yet. The label looks mids. It looks okay. They're doing glycerol, I think. Whatever, man. I think it's a cheap formula, okay? So that's what Redcon1 is about, cheap formulas. I mean, that, just to be honest, it's mass-produced cheap formulas. And so it's all about the budget. They run the deals. You get a whole wardrobe with it. That's what they're about. That doesn't mean all their products are bad, man. There's some hitters on here. The next one, MRE protein muffin. This is what we this is what we call lipstick on a pig, homie. Absolute, just have a freaking muffin or eat something clean. None of this middle of the road sprinkle. You could sprinkle protein on anything and make people think it's healthy. It's dry. It didn't taste good. It's not impressive. It's an absolute just bad product. End of freaking story. The next one up, which is a little better than the muffin, is the the MRE Brookie. It's a freaking brownie cookie, homie. Another lipstick on a pig product. Absolutely extras. I would never eat that instead of a bar. Okay, so the next one up after that is Silencer. I've reviewed Silencer. This is their non-stim fat burner. I don't know that it does a dang thing. You don't know that it does a dang thing. Maybe it gives a little thermogenic effect and helps with some water retention. I don't know, man. It's not a great formula, and I would never use it. Okay? The next one up is Fade Out. Another horrible reformulation, man. They took a great product. Fade Out, I think, used to have Phenibut. I never used that one. But then they had this amazing Fade Out. After the Phenibut, we had 3 grams of GABA, and that's the video I made where it got a ton of views, where they completely screwed me, and they never changed their website, so I thought I was buying the one with 3 grams of GABA. Never changed. It was a whole thing, man. You could check the video. It's not an effective sleep supplement anymore. It just does not really do much for me when I tried it. It did nothing. So I didn't think it was a great supplement. I think that it was another bad reformulation. And I think they did that because the rules of GABA internationally, you know, this is a company who panders and will cheapen their formulas and will do everything they can to abide by international rules and be more and more compliant for the masses. That's what they do. They got that Walmart money. Again, I'm not hating on them. For me, who's a supplement connoisseur and I want top-notch supplements, that ain't gonna fly with me, homie. Alpha Lion's doing the same thing right now. They're doing the same thing. I'm done supporting them. I'm done with their products, man. I like companies who stay tried and true. You know, so the next one up, man, Total War Ready to Drink. This one I reviewed, and look, man, it's a nice flavor. It's an easy grab and go, but it had a very ineffective, cheap feel to it. It just did not really work well. It just felt like kind of an energy drink. The energy came and it died. I don't think it's a good... I'm not big on these RTDs anyway, so I just think it's like... It's just kind of... It is what it is, man. It's not a great product. Then up, they have... I reviewed a yohimbine hydrochloride. That's solid, man. That one's okay. It's a little better than their RTD because it's yohimbine. How can you hate on it? It's just yohimbine. There's nothing special about it. It's, I forgot if it was 3 milligrams or whatever it was, 2.5. I forget what they put in there. But it was just a bottle of yohimbine. Not too much to say about it. Not a great product, but nothing negative about it, okay? The next one up is Double Tap Powder. This is another one that used to freaking be awesome. And they kept cheapening and changing the freaking formula and cheapening the ingredients. And I think switching manufacturers, I'm guessing. Because even with the problem with Redcon1 is even if the formulas were okay, the products have a cheap feel to them, a lot of them. Even like... I could tell when I took Double Tap after not taking it for a while. I said, this doesn't feel the same. It feels like cheap manufacturing. I don't know what it is. It just used to be a great product. It wasn't my tolerance, homie. I take dailies all the time. It was just a different feel to it. I don't know why it's watered down or the sourcing of the ingredients. Whatever they've done is clearly has just a cheap feel. So that was a great powder fat burner, man. That was my freaking jam, dude. I thought that was a great product. It had just a feel-good energy. It hit nicely. And now it's just the Snickle Fritz, man. So that one, and that's, then above that is the, a little better than the double tap powder. A little better. Is the MRE RTDs. Those were okay. Those were actually not too bad. I mean, they were, you know, it's like a milkshake. I don't know how healthy they are. Probably a few extra ingredients. But they were freaking easy. Grab and goes. Get some calories in. I kind of like their MRE idea. I kind of like their alternative to whey, their MRE. There's not a lot of whey alternatives out there that aren't vegan. So it's kind of a cool concept, man, actually, their whole kind of MRE thing. I kind of like that. The next one up from that is Tango. It's a decent creatine. It's extras. It's completely unnecessary. I don't need a 13-gram scoop of a freaking creatine blend, but it has some decent ingredient. I think, taurine, a couple kinds of creatine, maybe betaine anhydrous. It's not a bad product. It's extras. It's okay. We're toward the middle of the list. Going up, man, is Waterboard. I don't know if they have this anymore. This was their diuretic. I like this better than their Tango. This actually seemed effective to me, man, when they had it. It had dandelion, horsetail, juniper. There were a bunch of ingredients in there, and I used it actually because I was shredding down. I did a 6-week shred. So imagine me right now, but 6 weeks from now with no cheat meals. The shredded I've ever been. I was freaking, dude, I was stage ready. I did it for a photo shoot in Florida, and I suffered, man. Everything I would do to get ready for a show is what I did, everything. And I used their Waterboard diuretic the last week. I think it helped me, man. I was freaking tight and dry as heck. I thought that was actually not a bad product, man. Moving up from there, or right there at the same level, is Grunt, their EAAs. Basic EAAs, nothing to write home about, nothing special, but they're nice and light, and they taste really good, and you get your EAA. So I can't hate on that product. It's a nice, freaking flavorful EAAs. And as I said, with Redcon stuff, you can get them really cheap. So that's actually freaking decent, man. You want some EAAs? I don't need anything special when it comes to EAAs. I just want some basic hitters right there, and they provide that. Now, above Grunt, a little bit above Grunt, is their Total War pre-workout. Now, I laugh, man, when people still come on the Total War reviews I've done and say, like, oh, this is the best pre-workout. It's like, okay, obviously you haven't been exposed to too many pre-workouts because this is not the best pre-workout. This used to be at one time, and I think I used the DMHA one before I knew what DMHA was, because this had me freaking flying, dude. I mean, I felt it for like 10 freaking hours the first time I took it, and it had to be the best source of DMHA ever. And I didn't even know what DMHA was at the time, but once I found the channel and I realized, like, man, I took Total War back in the day. Dude, that stuff was freaking insane, man. But then they made Total War after the DMHA one, and it freaking rocked, dude. It freaking rocked. It was so freaking good. Like, after the DMHA, no DMHA, felt legendary. I had a crazy buzz. I was on a good one. I felt amazing. This was like at the first, few times I've used pre-workout. It was just a great product. I haven't been in the game a long time, you know. This was like just a little bit before the channel, a little bit before COVID, and just felt, like a year or whatever, just felt freaking amazing, man. And the problem now is I've used it, dude, it feels like a freaking energy drink, dude. So it's not that the formula is horrible. I'm telling you, it's not the formula. It's an okay, decent formula for the masses. Out of the millions of freaking pre-workouts on the market, it's nothing I would ever reach for. There's a zillion formulas way sicker, obviously, but it's not a horrible formula. But the problem is it has a cheap feel to it now. Forget the formula. It has a cheap feel. And like a company like Rise has Rise Loaded Pre. It's not an insane formula. It's freaking basic, which I kind of like actually, or Rise Blackout. And it feels freaking amazing, dude. Like it doesn't have that cheap feel. It has a good feel to it. So I don't know what the manufacturing is with Redcon1 where it feels so cheap, but it's just a cheapened, watered down feel to it, man. So Total War Pre is okay. Now they had a product, I don't know if they still do, that's a little better than Total War Pre, called Mental Trigger. It was their nootropic formula in pills, and it actually wasn't bad, dude. It hit better than I expected. It was a nice, like, energy drink replacement, kind of nice nootropic. I actually had a good feeling from it. It wasn't a bad product. Their Mental Trigger. It wasn't amazing, but dude, it was good for cardio and had a good kind of feel-good focus with it, good energy, nothing over the top. It wasn't a bad product, man. It was okay. Then their double tap pills are a little better than Mental Trigger. Those actually, the last time I took them, they did the job. They were okay. I think they had some dandelion root, which is nice diuretic property. I do not think they were bad, man. Those were not bad. I think towards getting towards the better on the list here, is their double tap pills. I would recommend way more than their double tap powder at this point. But even better than their double tap pills, they had a supplement I reviewed called War Games. And War Games actually freaking felt good, dude. It was a nice powder nootropic. That one actually kind of did the job better than any of the products I've talked about right now. You know, as far as coming together and being a nice formula, it was okay. Now, even better than that, their GI juice. That's really good, man. That is a good greens formula. It's not as good as Transparent Labs because it has the sucralose and stuff, I think. I think it's artificially sweetened, but it's a nice formula, and it freaking tastes good, dude. Really good. I don't remember how good the formula is, to be honest. I remember really enjoying this green supplement, man. Like, exceeded my expectation. This is actually a good product. Their GI juice is actually a solid product. No hate there. It's a good product. Above their GI juice is their MRE bars. These are actually good, man. I like their MRE bars. I gotta say, it's got an art. It's not like Papa Steve's or freaking the Transparent Labs at that level of cleanliness. Definitely not the cleanest, but they freaking have a bunch of flavors and they are enjoyable. They taste good. They each have 20 grams of protein. I don't remember. I think there's like a lot of extra ingredients. It's not a great label. But again, you get the 20 grams of protein. I don't think it's super high in calories, maybe 240 per bar or something. I'm trying to remember. Really actually enjoy these, man. Like, if I ran out of Papa Steve's and I ran out of freaking Transparent Labs and I needed something to hold me over real quick, I'd probably grab these at Vitamin Shop just to tickle my nuts a little, because the flavors are actually really solid, man, and they have a nice texture and consistency. So nothing wrong with that. Then, even better than that, their MRE powder, man. I recently ran their MRE powder this last year and reviewed it again, and I really freaking like the label, man. It's actually a pretty freaking clean label. I mean, we might be mortified if we saw the if we knew where this animal protein was sourced from. We might be like, whoa, daddy. So let's not ask too many questions, but I like the idea of it, man. It didn't taste that great. It was okay. It was decent with the taste, but it was a freaking, dude, solid label. Solid, like, seemed like there's clean carbs, a good amount of protein, good numbers. If you want a meal replacement, dude, I don't think there's any better one right now that I'd recommend, because Transparent Labs got rid of their meal replacement and they have only a mass gainer now. This is lighter than that. This is not like their the Transparent Labs mass gainer. Dude, I would come back to this thing. Like next winter, I would use Redcon1 MRE. That's a solid freaking product, man, to get some calories in and to, you know, just feed the body good, man. It's a freaking, that one I can't hate on, man. That's a really solid product of theirs, that MRE. Even better than that, or right there on that level, man. Right there on the same level. I don't want to say better, is MRE Light. Really freaking solid, man. Really nice whey alternative. Freaking tastes delicious. Solid label, solid numbers. They have a good product with that MRE Light, man. I'm sure you can get great deals on it. NutriCartel has it. I'm sure they're not over the top expensive, and just a bunch of different flavors and a nice freaking pretty simple label, man. I think that's a really solid freaking protein. I really like the different sources of protein that's offered from the from having the animal protein. I think it's important to feed the muscle at different angles. And on the same level of that, man, they're freaking Isotope, dude. Their whey isolate is a solid, minimal, clean, good tasting freaking label, dude. It's funny how they can't get their stimulants right, but they got their freaking they got their freaking protein right, man. That stuff is all their protein products, besides their muffins and brookie and stuff. But their bars, their MRE Light, and their Isotope, those are all really solid products, dude. Like, I've talked a lot of junk about Redcon1. I'll always give it to you straight, man. Like, when something's trash, I'm going to tell you it's trash. When something's good, dude, I'm going to tell you it's freaking good. And these proteins are really freaking solid, dude. Like, stuff I would come back to and personally enjoy using myself. Would I buy it? No, I don't support Redcon. I'd rather support a company I know. Like, I'd rather put my personal money toward Panda, the Apollon Proteins, Ninja, and number one right now, Transparent Labs for the clean label. But Isotope, I mean, to be honest, as far as an isolate goes, it's as good as any, dude. Freaking really good. Huge Supplements also has a good isolate. Now, even better than these protein, or right there, but a little better, their freaking Seaburn, dude, was super impressive. I thought that was like, when I looked at that Seaburn, that fat burner, those pills, forget the double tap pills, that's old news now. I thought to myself, this is a freaking hitter. Perfect daily fat burner. Like, I couldn't think of a better formula. You got the right amount of GBB, where you don't sweat excessively, 200 milligrams of caffeine, 2 milligrams of alpha-yo, some other diuretics in there, thermogenics. Just a perfect daily fat burner, man. That thing was really freaking awesome, dude. I think you get 30 serving. What a nice product, man. Like, what a great daily fat burner they made, you know. And those, I think those are I don't hear anyone talk about those, and I give them love, man. Feel good, nice freaking 2 mil of alpha-yo, man. I mean, that is a solid freaking burner, dude. Cannot hate on that, man. I show that thing love. And number one, man, my favorite product of theirs, Total War Black Ops. It's an actual Stim Junkie product, and it freaking slaps, dude. That thing slaps, slap, slap. That thing is like Mother Bucker, but with an extra layer, because of it's got like 25 milligrams of GBB, which contributes to the Stim Junkie effect, the thermogenic. The thing and it has a ton of I think it has a bunch of nitrates. The pumps are freaking hitters. That's actually a hitter pre-workout, dude. The thing freaking hits good, dude. Like, probably the strongest pre-workout you can get at a vitamin shop or GNC right there. I mean, right there with Mother Bucker. Just a great product. The other one, Super Thavage, is another one that really smacks perfectly. But this Redcon1 Black Ops is their #1 product. So their top hitters are their proteins, their Seaburn, and their Total War Black Ops. The rest are trash. No. I gave it to you straight. Let me know what you think. Comment below. God bless all of you. Together, let's get this dang muscle. I'm out.